he just sent me a message that the Carspot didn't work out. A nice huge camping spot, ginormous fire pit, benches. It's been straight up for a while, and by the look of the map, it's gonna be like this for just a little bit, and then it's gonna get steep, really steep. Up the Avalon Trail, and then from the after I hit Tom, I'm going to pick up the AZ Trail and head over to Ethan Pond Trail, where I will kind of head towards the hut, but then take a left, go down and hit Zeacliff Trail and head up towards geez, I can't even think what the name of that trail is on that end right now. A lot of cars going by here. Hopefully this comes out good. And then from there, I'm going to meet a couple of friends up on Zealand Mountain, and we'll come back, hit the cliffs, and we'll take Lend a Hand over to Hale, and then down Firewardens back to a Carspot. So it's going to be another Carspot kind of on my own for the first part of this trip, and then with some friends for the second half. New pack that I'm testing out. It's a Gregory Optics, and also new trail runners. I got some Ultras Lone Peak 3.5s, so it should be an interesting hike. All kind of a lot of no gear here, and not sure how it's going to work out yet. But anyways, let's get on this. Here we are at the intersection of the AZ Trail. I didn't realize this is where it started. I thought it started after Mount Tom, but so basically about 4.2 miles to the hut, but I'm not going to quite go that far. I'm only going to, I say Zealand Trail, and then I'm going to take a left on Ethan Pond Trail and head up to Zeacliff Trail. If you wanted to hit Avalon, which is an awesome mountain, it's another 0.5 miles up, and then you got from there it's 1.5 to the Wiley Range Trail, which basically puts you on field right there. So this would be a great loop if I wasn't going to Zealand, to go out by the Zealand hut down Ethan Pond and then back up over the Wiley Range, or vice versa. That was my plan originally, till I found out my friend was going to do the bonds. Actually, two friends, and they're gonna have a car. They car spotted, so there's a car over on Little River Road, and then they have one at Lincoln Woods, and then mine's down here at the depot. So I'm gonna meet them on. Oh, bug just went in my ear. I'm gonna meet them on Zealand at noon time. Brought my hammock, so if I'm ahead of schedule, which I don't think is gonna happen now because of my mishap. And I would have taken a little nap up on Zealand, and then we're going to head down to Hale, probably hit the hut on the way back through, then Hale, and then out the Firewardens Trail, which I've never done, so that should be cool. So anyways, we're going to head up there. Like I said, I'm not sure if I'm going to go up Tom yet. Probably not. I've done it for fall. I don't have it for this month in the grid, but I would just come do the whole range one time if I wanted to grid them. So anyways, I'm just going to mosey on down about 3.7 miles. Hopefully it's nice, easy walking so I can make up some time and then screw around. So here we go. So here we are up at Mount Tom Spur, which is 0.6. So I'm going to go for it. I'm going to drop my pack. As you can see, someone else had the same idea. There's mine right there. And then when we get back, I'm going to head back down towards the Zeacliff Trail. 2.7 miles. Looks like downhill too. So anyways, let's head up to Mount Tom. Here we are up at one of the outlooks at Mount Tom. It's okay, at least especially when you have a camera on a pole. So I think that is technically the summit right there, but I am not sure. I'm gonna head out to the other view on the other side. It's a little bit better than the other one if you're tall. Here's the other view on the other end of the mountain. Trees have grown up quite a bit since last time I was here, and then of course I was here in wintertime standing over the trees. So let's extend and get a video. So I think this is the summit. I'm not sure, it's the only car up here, so I'm gonna go with it. Anyways. Okay, here we are down on the AZ Trail, and as I suspected, we are losing lots of elevation. This is probably going to keep dropping. I got about 2.5 more miles to the, I think it's the hut. It could be the intersection to head up to the hut. I'm not really positive what the sign meant by that. So, but anyways, we got about 2.5 miles to go. Of course, like I said, I'm losing a lot of elevation. Depending on time, it's 8:20 now. If I have plenty of time, I'm going to go down the Ethan Pond Trail, which is the Appalachian Trail, hit Zeacliff Trail, and go up. That drops you off just shy of the cliffs, so it's pretty steep. So I'm going to plan about an hour to get up there. I got to meet those guys up there at noon time. So I got to, if I'm there at 11, oh geez, actually, yeah, it's probably going to take an hour to get up that trail, and then probably another half an hour over. So I got to be there by 10:30 at 2 hours. And I wanted to kind of redline a little bit of the Appalachian Trail down to the intersection where it cuts off the Shoal Pond. But I'm not sure if I'll have time for that, so I might have to hit that later. So we'll see. Anyways, loving the ultras so far. My feet are so comfy. The zero drop hasn't bothered my anything. I was burning, my calves were burning a little bit at the beginning. Now great. Pack, I'm loving. The shoulder straps are actually angled for people with wide shoulders like me, so this is working great. This is their 48 version, but large, so it's really like a 51 liter. So I've got plenty of room for a day hike, obviously. And geez, and those squirrels are down there fighting away. But I can't wait to use it for backpacking because it's 51 liters inside the actual main compartment, not the brain or anything like that. So looking forward to using it. Let's get going. Hey everybody, I'm down still on the AZ Trail, approaching the intersection. I'm probably about a quarter mile away from the intersection that leads up to the hut. Just got a message on my Inreach Mini which is a lifesaver sometimes. The Inreach, if you don't know, does actually two-way satellite communication. I can send out as many presets as I want. I have 3 messages on there. I did a review. I haven't edited the video yet. I don't know which one will make it up first of it, and just talked about it and how much I liked it and stuff, and I've had really good luck. Sent me a message that the Carspot didn't work out, not sure why, and that he parked at the spot we were going to end up, which is actually, yes, I said Little River Road earlier, but we're not meeting on Little River Road. We're actually meeting, I forgot that the trailhead to the Twins is open right now. Usually during the winter you would park on Little River Road, camp spot, and walk in. But we don't have to do that. So he is down, he is on South Twin now, heading towards the Bonds. Will still meet me at Zealand, so he may be late, so I'm not going to rush as bad, which I guess takes some stress off me. But I'm up here on the Ethan Pond Trail, which is the AT Trail. Found a great campsite off the AZ Trail, which I would have known about that last winter. I camped twice this past winter up here. I'm actually almost to that campsite that I was at. It was on the hill. This whole area is basically on a slope. So right now I'm actually in the forest protection area for the hut, so I had to get outside of that, and then it got steep on the sides of the trails, and I found one spot because I'm in a hammock. You can watch my failed Zealand video. I was in that spot, but I don't think I got any footage from the Bonds because I got in here after dark, and then met up with people that were staying at the hut the next morning when it was dark, and headed up to the Bonds, and then we hung out at the hut until quiet time, and then I headed back to my hammock. So this is a spot that a lot of people will camp at. Actually, I've just passed out of the forest protection area, so this is a camping spot. It's pretty close to the trail though. I'd rather get away with the trail, but I found a better spot further, but this would be a good one in a bind. Well, here we go. A nice, huge camping spot. Ginormous. Fire pit, benches. Nice. Off the trail. Actually legal. I hear water. There's not water too far, so definitely could find some water. If worse came to worse, you go back to the hut anyways. So we have a nice campsite here. And actually, I think I might take this opportunity to sit down and have a snack. But what was I saying now? Oh yeah, so I came by Zealand Pond, and there was a ton of people sitting on the bridge. So I talked to them for a while. I forgot to shoot video. I took some pictures, but didn't shoot any video of it. Nice area. Foliage is starting to change, so nice. I wish I knew this was here last winter. So now I got 2 sites to camp out here. But anyways, I'm gonna sit down and eat something. Max food bag. Over in there, I believe that is Hale back there, and then the hut would be down like in that little notch area right in here, and then this is that big steep after you leave the hut, and then up there we have Zeacliff. And then the Zeacliff Trail must come down here, and it kind of cuts back over and then ends up by the Zeacliff somewhere, and that's why it adds miles to it. So, beautiful area in here. And then behind us is a bushwhack mountain, which is Whitewall. You can see from Zeacliff pretty good. And then over there, that tall one, we got Voss Spur. Hard to point to with the sun. The Voss Spur, there's like a little hump in the middle. That's just a hump of, and then you got Kerrigan. And then this, I think, Hitchcock's over in here somewhere. And then behind here, I believe that is the Bonds right there. I'm not positive on that one, but I thought it was the Twins, but it looks more like the Bonds, or it could be the Twins. Twins or Bonds, I'm not sure. I think the Twins are more over here. Zealand's there. But anyways, ran into a kid that was out. He said he trail runs / hikes, depends on what kind of mood he's in. And he was telling me he knew this area pretty well. Got white wall behind me. Knew this area pretty well, and he was saying that the Zeacliff Trail is really hard to follow. He said you got to keep your eye out for some little cairns here and there. I almost got off it, and you could see where people had done what I almost did, and then looped back around. I just happened to see some bushes like this, you know, up from where I was, where it's beat down, or I would have went the wrong way. So I didn't want to take the time, because Matt just messaged me, and he's up on the Bonds already, I think on his way towards Zealand. And this is a 1.4 mile trail. It hardly gets used, and he said there's some scrambles on the way back up, so it looks like we're gonna drop. Whoa! And it looks like we're gonna drop quite a bit before we start going back up. So I'm gonna get moving and get this done. So we're on the Zeacliff Trail. Oh, nobody was joking about this being steep. It's been it's starting to mellow out now, but it's been straight up for a while, and by the look of the map, it's gonna be like this for just a little bit, and then it's gonna get steep, really steep again. The kid I was talking to said that towards the top there was like a 10-foot scramble with nothing to hold on to. He said it's kind of tricky, so we'll see. As soon as I started off, you dropped way down, and which I got water at, which is good, because I just ran out in my bladder before I got to that river crossing. It was a real easy river crossing too, and then it started up, and it was been relentless until about 5 minutes ago, and then it kind of mellowed out, but it's going to get bad again. So anyways, I am so glad I did not come up this way in the wintertime, because this would have been a bear of a trail in the winter. Getting it out of the way summertime was definitely the way to go, and should be there, because I can see white wall over there, and I'm about almost even with it. So, and if I recall, Zeacliff was about even, but this trail I think drops us off up a little bit higher than Bond Cliff. Matt's on Bond Cliff right now, or actually Mount Bond. He just messaged me. Anyways, was I saying? Oh, so this brings you up a little bit higher than Zeacliff. So I think we're going to be good. Should be almost there. And while I'm on that. So we've basically tied. So Matt and I have basically tied our, not tied them in, but we got our special email addresses that send directly to our Garmin Inreaches, and he's been messaging me, or he added me to his wife's message, so he's telling me he loves me every time he checks in a mountain. Of course, this is using up one of my 15, because I only pay for 15 custom messages to the device. So this is using those up, but for today's purposes, it's good because I've been able to track. So as you can see, those green spots on here, when he was down on Bond Cliff, and then now he just sent this one. He's up on Mount Bond, and I don't think he's done West Bond. He didn't check in from it. I thought usually I do that one first, but it doesn't mean everybody else does. So so I can check his progress, because I was getting nervous because I thought that I didn't look at the location. And you got to download these maps when you're on by standard, by stock, or by default. There's a word I want. These maps are not on your phone. You have to actually download it. So the best thing to do is to put it in. I think I had it in airplane mode. And when I tried clicking on one of the messages he sent me, it asked me, it said it needed to download the maps, and I connected to Wi-Fi and downloaded all these maps, so it'll show me where he is now. So, anyways, I know that I'm gonna make it, because it's 11:30 now, and I'm supposed to meet him there on Zealand at noon, and there's no way I am gonna make it in Zealand by noon unless this trail just ends and I'm up on there. So anyways, let's get going. My break is over. I had to sit down for a second. Here we go. Up and up and up. Gotta scramble. Scramble number 2.